It's a Kinghuman rant! Okay, people. Oh, man. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but hey. Here we go again. Okay, today on Court TV, whatever, I get up today, I turn on the TV, it's the first thing I do. And on Court TV, there's a case of these parents being charged for murdering their little girl. Why? Because they didn't get her medical treatment for a clogged airway. Little girl couldn't breathe. So what do these parents do? They get the whole church to come down, lay hands on this little girl and pray. Oh, God, save our little girl. Well, what do you do with people like this? I mean, they're religious zealots, okay? They believe in God so much that they turn their back on everything else. Now, what do you do with people like this? It's an interesting question because they obviously didn't want their little girl to die. But they're so fucked in the head that they think by doing this mumbo jumbo it's going to cure their daughter. And of course it instantly reminds me of that old story about this guy who's living in the valley and he's really religious. And the dam bursts up on the hill and the water starts rushing down. It's going to be a catastrophic flood. And the water's rising, it gets up to this guy's ankles, and, a Jeep drives by, and they say, "John, get in the Jeep, come on, the water's rising, you're going to drown, get in." And John goes, No, don't worry about me, God will save me, I prayed every day, I'm very religious, go on without me, God will save me. So they drive off. Now the water rises up to his chest. And some guys come by in a canoe and say, "John, get in the fucking canoe, you asshole. You're going to drown." And he goes, No, come on, God will save me, God will save me. I've been religious all my life. God will save me. Go on. And so they paddle off. And now the water's getting over his head, so he climbs up on the roof of his house. The water rises up to that level, and it's getting up to, his chest again. And a helicopter comes down and says, "John, grab the ladder, get in the helicopter." And he goes, No, this can't happen. I won't drown. Trust me, God will save me. I've been religious all my life. I refuse. So the helicopter goes off. Water goes over John's head. He drowns. He gets up to the pearly gates. He goes before God and he goes, "God, how could you have killed me? I was religious all my life. I prayed to you every day." And God goes, "You asshole! I sent you a Jeep, a canoe, a helicopter. What the fuck do you want from me?" And that's what these people are like. They turn their back on everything. If it's not the direct finger of God, it's not for them. So, I'll tell you, religion should come with a fucking warning label. Because people that are stupid let it control their lives. But more importantly, they let it control the lives of their kids. Poor innocent kids that are too young to understand what's going on. And more people have died in the name of religion than anything else on the planet. War's been fought for religion. The Crusades, it's just such an insidious thing. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be a great thing. I'm glad there are religious people out there. Maybe it keeps a lot of people from doing some bad shit. But there's such a tendency in religion to get that mentality of, well, if you don't think the way I do, you're bad. Because that's actually one of the doctrines of most religions. They actually ingrain it into the religion and say, look, our way is the only way. Everybody else that believes differently is a heretic. And of course people take that to the 10th level, and that's why wars are fought and the Taliban is created and fuck. So anyway, I just needed to vent about this kind of thing, because you see this every few years where parents, religious parents let their kids die, don't get a medical attention because they think God's going to save them. And it pisses me off. What do you think about it? What do we do with people like this? They really believe in this shit. They really believe God is going to save their kid. And if not, they throw their hands up and say, oh, well, it was the will of God. God wanted our child in heaven. Poor kid. I don't know. You make a comment down here. You tell me what the fuck you think. Me, this pisses me right the fuck off. But I don't know what to do about it. Parents, what do? We put them on trial for murder, and then what? I'm losing it. I'm losing it, people. All right. Bayonara.